But you've had your most recent trip, I believe, to Florida, and you get a firsthand conversation with a lot of these guys. What are just some of the interesting nuggets of what, and I know each individual is different, but just in general of what's important to them? What are some of the things that may surprise you or seems to be a trend in these conversations about what they talk about, what they like, what turns them on, what turns them off in regards to these visits and these programs?
Well, the thing is,
Tony,
is going in on the front end, none of these guys have taken visits really, so I don't think they know what to expect when it comes to the visit. So, you hear the same thing. Oh, I want somewhere. It's a 40-year decision, not a 4-year decision. It's a business decision. It can't be about who I grew up rooting for, because if it were that, Ohio State would have already landed a commitment from offensive tackle Cam Dewberry out of Houston. But, I think he's going to stay home because once you put your feet to the fire, it's a little bit further, a little more difficult to take that further trip out. Ohio State certainly has an opportunity there, but I wouldn't put them in the forefront. I just think that, I think especially if we're talking about recruiting Florida, just how involved Tony Alford is. Tony Alford, is your running back coach, but he also, Ohio State certainly splits it up between territory and position, and Florida's his territory. And we went up both coasts of Florida, and everybody just talked up Tony Alford. I had one high school coach that said that, whenever Tony gets an opportunity to have his own program, to be a head coach, that he's just going to knock it out of the park. He's going to be fantastic. So just a lot of talking up there. But, as we kind of go through, the rest of the visit weekend, and I'll even say this more is, I'm putting the over-under at about 4.5 commits, but that's between 22 and 23. I think we could see the first Ohio State 23 commit happen pretty soon with Joshua Padilla, a lineman out of the greater Cincinnati-Dayton area. I think he's somebody that could make a move this month. I certainly think they could probably end up with a couple of guys from that class. I put 4.5. I think it probably will be a little bit higher than that, but you get in trouble when you sit there and you do that. And we're sitting here like June 28th, and everybody's like, "Well, we're sitting at 2. What the hell, Noon? What, you said we were going to get 5?" Well, you just don't know at that point. One story that I'll be watching will be toward the end of the month. Teammates Joshua White and Kristen Miller out of Cedar Grove High School outside of Atlanta. That would be just a tremendous coup for Ohio State to pick up 2 talented defensive linemen like that. We talk so much in this industry about the package deal. Oh, I want to play with my teammate at the next level. Do they happen? Sure. Are they truly package deals when they happen? No, not really. Everybody's got to come to their own decision. This duo is probably one of the closer things that I've seen to guys talking about, we are absolutely going to the same place. And if you're an Ohio State fan, really the only major school that overlaps the two in terms of who they both have interest in is Ohio State. And that's the same school that produced Antoine Jackson as well. So there are going to be so many interesting stories that I could go on and on. But I certainly have my short list of names of guys that I think will probably, if they don't commit by the end of June, they will commit before the start of their senior seasons.